Well, good morning. This morning we read 2 Chronicles chapters 13 to 15, and we read a number of stories there, and we read about Abijah, the son of Solomon, who went into battle against Jeroboam, and he pointed out the sins of Israel, the northern kingdom, and Jeroboam. He said that they had forsaken the Lord, which was true, they had, but Judah had stayed loyal to the Lord. Then he pointed out that they had driven out the priests of the Lord and appointed any old person as priest, whoever comes to consecrate him with a young bull and 7 rams may become a priest of what are not gods. So they built these idols, and anyone who wished to could become a priest of them. And folks, today we see those who desire to be leaders among God's people, to be spiritual leaders. And there are those today who think that all they have to do is make an offering or come to the Lord and they can be pastors or leaders in the church. But here we see that God has ordained and called those who he wants to lead. And it's not for people to self-appoint, but those who the Lord calls to leadership, who are leaders in among God's people. And those who appoint themselves lead astray many. And there's a warning even for today. Check your calling. Make sure it's real. Have it tested. Have it tested by those who we trust in the Lord. And so Abijah won a great victory against Israel. And then Asa becomes king. And he defeats the Cushites when they march against him because the Lord helps him. And then he begins to purify the people of Judah. He pulls down the high places, the places where people would go and offer sacrifices, sometimes to the Lord, but often to false gods. And he pulls down all of those places and calls people together in Jerusalem where the Lord has ordained that worship would be. And he pulled, and they sacrificed to the Lord, they have great festivals, and he showed no favoritism between rich and poor, between royal birth and common birth. He deposed his own grandmother from her position as queen mother because she made a repulsive image for the worship of Asherah. He showed no favoritism between those highborn and lowborn, but he established and was determined that whoever people were, they committed themselves fully to the Lord. And we too must make sure we don't show favoritism to those who are rich and powerful, but all are called to the life of holiness. The Lord bless you today as you seek to live for him. Amen.